Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to another morning in my life. In today's video, I'm bringing you along for my 7 a.m. productive morning routine to share my current favorite healthy habits and some tips and tricks to help you make the most of your mornings. Now, something new to my routine that I haven't shared on here before is my daily temperature measurement. After 7 years, I finally decided to take the leap to go off of birth control. I made the switch to natural cycles and have been measuring my temperature as soon as I wake ever since. After taking my temperature, I honestly try to get out of bed as quickly as possible because for some reason, my bed is extra comfy in the morning and it's just too easy for me to fall back asleep. The first and by far the easiest habit that you'll find in my entire morning routine is making my bed. It's so quick, takes little to no effort, and kickstarts the day in the best way possible. It's literally the easiest way to feel a sense of accomplishment as soon as you wake up, and research shows that this little task can actually be life-changing. Once our bed is somewhat made, and I say somewhat because we desperately need new bedding, it looks a little disheveled, I know. It is time to do the mundane morning must-dos like brushing my teeth, washing my face, doing my skincare routine, and attempting to style my hair. In terms of skincare, you guys know that I keep things extremely minimal. I have super oily and somewhat acne-prone skin, but above all else, I just have a ton of sensitivities which limit my options. I've had terrible reactions to both vitamin C and oxybenzone, which is found in sunscreen, so I steer clear from both and keep things super simple. In the mornings, I usually just use a gel cleanser, a hyaluronic acid serum, and a moisturizer. Now, if you've seen any of my content on either my YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, you'll know that I am a sucker for a slick back. My hair is honestly probably one of my biggest insecurities, which might have something to do with the fact that it's always pulled back. I've always struggled with brittle, thin, and short hair, and because of all the exercise I do, I've never really been able to give it a break. I'm trying to do a better job of using conditioning masks here and there and oiling my ends, but between my workouts and spin classes, I'm finding it really difficult to prioritize my hair health. On a more positive note though, I've become dang good at a slick back and get asked about my favorite products all the time. I personally love using the Day Cactus 3-in-1 styling cream as well as the Briogeo Slick Stick. Once I finish with the basics, it's time to head downstairs to have a big glass of water with a scoop of Deep Low pre and probiotic powder. Besides making your bed, this is another incredibly simple yet effective healthy habit I highly urge you to add to your morning routine. Drinking a glass of water results in countless of benefits like a boosted metabolism, improved immune function, mental clarity, increased energy, etc. While sleeping, your body was deprived of liquids for 8-ish hours, so rehydrating your body first thing in the morning is super important and will once again set you up for a much more successful and enjoyable day. I usually enjoy my Deep Low drink while journaling, which brings me to a super helpful habit building concept that I've used many times to refine my routines. If you've watched my videos, you'll know that I'm talking about habit stacking, which is where you take a habit you'd like to adopt and stack it on top of a habit you already do. In my case, I've been habit stacking journaling, something I don't do nearly as consistently as I'd like to, with drinking my Deep Low drink, something I do daily without fail. It's pretty much like giving your new habit an accountability buddy. After taking a few minutes for my soul, it's time to do the same for my body. Now, if exercising is something you'd like to do more of, I suggest trying to make time for it in the morning rather than the evening. And to make it even easier on yourself, consider getting some equipment to work out from home. I recently got this Pilates essential kit from the BetterMe store, and it contains absolutely everything I need for a fully functional Pilates workout from home. The kit comes in 4 different colors and contains adjustable ankle or wrist weights, grip socks, an exercise ball, different resistance bands, and even a Pilates ring. This morning in particular, I was pretty sore from a leg workout the day before, and because of that, I was craving slower and more intentional movement like that in Pilates practice. Thanks to the BetterMe kit and app, I was able to do a class from the comfort of my own home. I get a ton of questions about how to build consistency in the gym or with working out in general, and my biggest piece of advice is to always make it as achievable for you as possible. This means finding ways you enjoy moving and doing more of that. Of course, exercise isn't always going to be enjoyable, but it surely isn't something you should be dreading constantly, and if you are, it might be time to branch out and try something new. I personally started by playing sports, and then I transitioned to high-intensity interval training, which eventually led me to traditional strength training, and more recently, I've fallen in love with Pilates. To practice Pilates from home, I like to use the BetterMe app, which is an all-in-one fitness platform with personalized workout and nutrition plans to help support your fitness journey. There are a ton of different workouts for a wide variety of fitness levels, and most require little or no equipment at all. Like I mentioned, I was feeling pretty sore from the day before and didn't want to do anything too intense, so I opted for a 20-minute core workout. The only equipment needed was a yoga mat, but I decided to add ankle weights to make the workout just slightly more challenging. Since my back was on the mat for the majority of this workout, I honestly didn't need to use my grip socks, but there's just something about wearing grip socks at home, especially when they match your ankle weights. Now, if you've never tried Pilates before, you're probably laughing at these 1 pound ankle weights, but let me tell you, there is nothing that will humble you as quickly as an extra 1 or 2 pounds. During my spin classes, there is a weight track where we focus on an increased rep range with full range, pulses, and holds, similar to Pilates, and I consistently use 2 pound weights and still struggle for pretty much the entire time. Oh, and before I forget, not only is my equipment and workout from BetterMe, my backless bodysuit is as well. You can get your hands on all of this stuff by going to the BetterMe online store, and by using my code NAIRI at checkout, you'll save 20% off of your entire order. After my morning movement, it's finally time to make some breakfast. I tend to go through waves with what I like eating for breakfast, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that my current hyperfixation is this powerhouse of a protein smoothie. I've seriously been having this smoothie every day for the last 2 or 3 months. I'm that obsessed. If you watched my latest What I Eat in a Day video, you'll already know everything that goes into it, but for those new to my channel, here is the full ingredient list. Because I've made it well over 50 times, I've become pretty good at understanding the ratios, and I usually just eyeball everything, but I'll try to explain it with rough measurements in case you want to try making it at home. Starting off with about 3/4 of a cup of frozen berries. My favorite is a blend of strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. Then, if it lets me, I toss in a little less than half of an avocado and around a tablespoon of chia seeds. This next clip is a perfect depiction of Instagram versus reality. As much as I really wanted to make this an extra aesthetic part of the video, my beetroot powder had other plans. Either way, this beetroot powder might be my favorite ingredient of this entire smoothie, and I usually add around a tablespoon, maybe a little bit less. Finally, I like to add a scoop of protein powder. The flavor doesn't matter a ton. I would probably steer clear of chocolate and choose something more similar to vanilla, but currently I'm clearing out a tub of apple pie protein powder and it works perfectly. Now, I've been sharing more morning routines on my TikTok account, and whenever I make this smoothie, I get a ton of questions about my blender. It is from a company called Beast Health, and I couldn't be more obsessed with it if I tried. I used to think I was terrible at making smoothies, but it just turns out that it was my blender, not me. My favorite part is the fact that it comes with a lid and a straw attachment, so you can just make your smoothie and go. I find this especially helpful on those mornings where I'm in a rush or have early errands to run or just want to get my workday started as soon as possible. Something as simple as a smoothie to go can make your mornings more effortless and convenient, which is so incredibly valuable. With all of that said and done, it's time to clock in. Now, I just want to let you know that not every Sunday morning looks like this for me. I have days where I sleep in, stay in my pajamas all day, and rot on the couch watching my favorite reality TV show. However, on days where I do commit to my morning routine, I just can't help but feel more energetic, motivated, and productive. All in all, I really just hope this video has given you a little bit of inspo to start making the most of your mornings. If it has, let me know how in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in another upload very soon.